Welcome back. You made it through another day, but not without catching my eye. Tonight, I've got a story that'll sink its claws into your mind and refuse to let go. So lock your doors, dim the lights, and listen closely. Because some nightmares are real. And this one comes straight from the monster's mouth. If you're brave enough to stay in the dark with me, go ahead and like the video. Leave a comment with your last breath. And hit subscribe so I know where to find you next. They call it a random misfortune. They write headlights like Campus Greaves after another mysterious death. And they'll keep writing them, because no one will ever trace the cause back to me. You see, I teach advanced organic chemistry at Evermore University, room 204 in the science hall. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. sharp. To them, I'm Dr. Ellison, PhD from Stanford. Published in 3 peer-reviewed journals. Favorite quote? Chemistry is just controlled chaos. Cute, right? But what they never grasp is how thin the line is between synthesis and sabotage. It started during my 3rd year teaching here. I noticed something sickening. Students began to treat my class like a stepping stone, a box to check. No respect for the elements, no awe for what they were touching, just entitled brats chasing med school letters. So I began experimenting. At first, small things. Swapping labels, watching who noticed, who cared. Then one day, a student, Jason, laughed when he nearly caused an exothermic reaction in the crowded lab. He joked that if it blew up, he'd sue the school. That night, I redesigned the next semester's final lab. Each student would be randomly assigned a unique compound formula to replicate from a sealed envelope. Only I knew what they were making. To the university, it was an independent compound analysis for real-world simulation. To me, it was screening. See, every formula worked, technically. Each one produced a small organic compound, harmless, except for 3 of them. Formula 5 reacted fatally with codeine. Formula 8 interacted with common antidepressants. And Formula 13? Well, that one was special. It targeted a rare genetic trait, undetectable unless you were already dying from it. Each time a student died, it looked random. One passed out during final heart failure. Another seized in their dorm room 3 days after lab. Tox reports found nothing conclusive. The compounds metabolized too fast. Untraceable. They grieved. They held vigils. They added me to the committees to help identify student stressors. I gave them pamphlets on time management. I was even thanked in an email by the dean. What none of them knew was this. I wasn't selecting students. They were selecting themselves. Every time they opened an envelope and followed the instructions without reading deeper, without asking questions, they proved they weren't scientists, just sheep in lab coats. But then came her, Maya. She didn't trust the formula, asked too many questions. She compounded it perfectly, then destroyed it, said it didn't feel right. That was 3 semesters ago. I gave her an A+, and never looked at her in the eye again. I modified the program since then. Now their reactions aren't even fatal, not directly. They just erode the mind, change sleep patterns, affect cognition, cause paranoia. I call it the long experiment. 2 students from the semester already transferred. One jumped in front of a train. Unrelated, they said. Family history. Trauma. But I know. Every equation has a catalyst. Every poison needs a handler. And every semester, I sit in front of a fresh class, hand out the sealed envelopes, and wait. because I'm not just teaching chemistry anymore. I'm purifying it. You made it to the end. Impressive. Most don't get that luxury. But don't breathe easy just yet. Survival isn't the same as escape. I remember faces, and yours is burned into my mind now. Sleep tight, and maybe the next story will be your story.